Hello, going through the 12.1, 12.2 practice quiz for PreCalc in preparation of our 12.1 through 12.2 quiz coming up. So first of all, we have to decide for the function f whose graph is given, state the value of the given quantity here. So we're looking at f of x as it approaches doing this one here, approaches x, or x approaching 0 from the left. So we're looking right here, and it looks like we're at 1. Now we're approaching f of x from the positive side, or the right-hand side, and we'll get there, and it looks like we're going to get 0. Okay. Now, since we have this jump from here to here right at 0, we would have to say it does not exist, since the limit as x approaches 0 from the left of f of x does not equal the limit of f of x as x approaches 0 from the right. Okay? And now finally, we're going to go ahead here and f of x at 2, so 1, 2, I have open here, I got right here's a dot by itself, so it's going to be 0 again. Alrighty, moving on. Again, we're given a couple of limits. They have the same approach value. They're constants, or the function gives us a value of 9 here. So again, I'm going to be using some of our laws here. So now this one is really going to be 4 times the limit of f of x as x approaches a, which is going to give me 4 times my f, which is 9, which is 36. And I use the law number 3 here. This one here, I have a limit of products, so I can think of this as a limit as x approaches a of f of x times the limit of g of x, g not f, of g of x as x approaches a. So in this case, my f of x has a value of 9. The limit of g of x as it approaches 7. And we get 63. The second to last one here, we're going to do the limit of a power. So this is really going to be the limit as x approaches a of g of x, and then all raised to the 3rd power. So that's going to be 7 raised to the 3rd, which I believe is 343. Let me just check that. 7 times 7 times 7. Yep, that is correct. Oh, and that was law. The power law is law number 6. And this one here was the product. So this is law number 4. Okay. And the last one here. I got the limit of a square root, so that's going to be the square root of the limit as x approaches a of f of x. This problem was set up nice because that is a 9, which equals 3, and that is law number 7. Okay. Not as tough as those ones that we had to do the whole set of work here. So, okay. Now here we got to be careful because some of these we factor, some of these we simplify, sometimes some of these we rationalize here. So we're going to have a combination here. So let's go ahead. Here, this is just our special limit number 1, and this is simply going to be just plain old 8. Over here, if x approaches 10, I do not get a 0 in the denominator, so I get 3 times 10 squared over 10 plus 5. So it looks like we get 300 divided by 15, which equals 20. So we used a combination of we just did direct substitution. Okay. Over here, if I plug in a 1, I get 1 positive, 4 positive, 5 negative. I'm going to get 0. So I will have to factor. This is going to be the difference of squares factoring. And this is level 1 factoring here. We get minus 1 and minus 4. So the minus 1's cancel. So now I get the limit as x approaches 1 of x plus 1 and x minus 4. Oh, this is a 1 here. So let's direct substitute here. We get 1 plus 1 over 1 minus 4 gives me 2 over negative 3. Alrighty. Almost done here. Oh, we got to rationalize because if I plug in the 7 here, I'm going to get 0 dividing into this. Not good. So now I've got to multiply by the conjugate. So there's my conjugate. What I do in the top, I need to do in the bottom. Oop. Okay, so now I'm going to get the limit. As t approaches 7, in the top I get t plus 2 minus 9, which simplifies to t minus 7. Here I get t minus 7 times the square root of t plus 2 plus 3. This reduces to this, so now I get the limit of t as it approaches 7 of 1 over t plus 2 plus 3. And by direct substitution, I get 1. I get 7 in here, so I get 7 plus 2 plus 3. This is 9. This is 3. So I get 1 over 6. Well, hopefully this helps you square up your work from your practice quiz and get you all ready for the official quiz. Good luck with the quiz.